Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Strength of a Widow. Thank you for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. The purpose of me having this channel is to tell my journey as a widow. It is very hard, and I will get a little bit more into that a little later. But thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Um, I really appreciate it. And I hope that I'm not only telling you my journey, I'm hoping that I can help someone else because this is very tough for all of us. And many times we don't have anyone to talk to. So we hold it inside. So, again, thank you for tuning in. And if you're enjoying the channel, if you like what you're seeing, you can share it with others, um, others that may be grieving, or just someone that you think that may benefit from it. This is a safe space where I tell my story and I'll listen to everyone else. If you have any questions or comments, you can add it to my comment section. And I wish that I stopped saying but there I go again. So let's get started. I'm going to make a salad. As I said earlier in one of my other videos, that between Christmas, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I gained so much weight. I think I gained about maybe 20 pounds between Christmas, Thanksgiving, and the New Year. So I decided, it's very important for me to stay healthy, not only for me, but for my children and my grandchildren. So I decided that what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try to do a little bit better. Today, I'm going to eat a salad. That's what I'm making. I'm hoping that I can eat off of it for a few days. And I don't normally put this on, but whenever I'm cooking in the house for just myself, but because I'm making a video and it's my husband's, I like to have a part of him and all of my videos. That's important to me. Again, this is my husband's. I think I wore it the last time as well. So I saw on Instagram there was a salad, and I was like, "Oh, that salad looks really good." And they use chickpeas, um, lettuce, tomatoes, and purple onion and salami. So that's what I'm going to make. And yes, and I've already peeled my, and they also use cucumbers. I already peeled my cucumbers and my purple onion and washed them, and as well as my lettuce. And I have my cut up small salami that I'm going to cut up again, and my chickpeas. Um, the cans say garbanzo beans. I think that's how you pronounce them. I asked my son about 4 times. I was like, how do you pronounce that again? So I do want to show you something. It's important to take your chickpeas and soak them in a little bit of water, because if you can see that, there's a little peeling that comes off of them. So that's what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is drain my chickpeas, rinse them again, and take the peelings off. Now, I don't know how my husband would feel about me having a salad, because he was small. He was a very small man, but he was thin. He always was from the time we met in high school in ninth grade. He was a small guy, and but he ate, and he loved meat. He loved pork. He loved every part of the pig. So he was a healthy eater. He ate, and he would come home, and he would always bring me food to eat with him. So this is definitely not a meal that he would enjoy, because he would probably pick out all of the salami out of it, because he loves eating meat. But again, in my last video, I talked about being healthier. As widows, we have to pri- put our health, prioritize our health, because we're the only parent that our children have and the only grandparent that our grandchildren have. So it's important for us to make sure that we stay healthy, and we try to eat a little bit healthier and try to take care of our health by going to your doctor visits. I'm sure that there's a faster way to do this. There we go. Much faster. You can just roll them in your hand and you should be able to get all of it. It's going to come right off. And some people actually, they don't take that off, but I don't like that additional skin on them. So I always take them off anytime I've made them. I don't like the additional skin. Some people, they don't mind it, but for them, I don't want it on mine. So I hope everyone else is trying to have a healthy journey. Um, if anything, if nothing else, it definitely helps us with being able to. It helps with our mental health, because we're already going through enough with us being widows, with us not having a husband. And I know I'm not sure how everyone else feels, but it's like it's a loneliness. It's a very, very much so loneliness feeling whenever you've been with your husband for such a long time, and then you don't have that partner anymore. It's a lonely feeling. One of the toughest times for me is whenever it's time for me to go to sleep at night, and just to be reminded is that this is how I'm going to go to sleep every night for the rest of my life. And it's tough because I've been with my husband. We started dating whenever we were only 15. We had our first child when we was 18. Well, 2 weeks before my 18th birthday, to be honest. And we were inseparable. So to know that I will never have my husband to just hold me, when you just to hold me at night, just to tell me everything's going to be, it kind of feels like a comfort, where without even saying I'm protecting you, it feels like he is protecting me. So not to have that protection anymore is tough. That's a very, very hard, and I'm sure it's hard for other widows as well. I wish I would have did this part before I got on camera, because it's a little tedious. I didn't realize that it was going to be this tedious to get all of the skin off. If anyone knows an easier way to do this, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Rolling them, they came off much faster. They came off much, much faster just rolling them. So for this recipe, you want to use a whole can of chickpeas. And I'm not sure I'm going to use a whole can because it's taking me much longer than what I thought it would take. But I should have known, right? They're tiny little peas. I should have known it was going to take much long. It was going to take a while. And I think it's like a 16-ounce can. Just the average can. I think it was 16 ounces. There we go. I come from a I said I'm not going to use them all, but I come from a family of 8. I have 8 siblings, um, 3 boys and 5 girls. And back then we didn't waste food. My father worked, and he did very well for the type of he was an electrician and refrigeration man. He made a very good earning, but with 8 children, we knew not to waste food. So it's hard for me to say I'm not. It's hard. It's easy for me to say I'm not going to use them all because it's taking too long. But it's hard for me to do that coming from a family of 8 children, and growing up, we knew not to waste any of our food. In my last video, I did post about the Hope box. So if anyone does get it, please leave me a comment and let me know. It usually takes from whenever you request it. It usually takes about 2 weeks to receive it. It may take 3, but if you do receive it, let me know if you do request it, and let me know how if you enjoyed it. And I also added the links. I only have a few more. And I'm not sure that I'm following the recipe exact because it's hard for me to follow a recipe. I like to do my own, put my own twist on everything that I make. I saw it, I said it looks good and it looks healthy, and I would try it. And I'm not sure that I'm following it the full recipe because, like I said, I like to do it my way. What I know I'm going to eat. Paper towels. So you see, I have all of my garbanzo beans in. When I was younger, I used to be in the kitchen with my father, and he used to cut his cucumbers where he would keep some of the skin on it, and then he would take some of it off, and he also would run a fork down them to give them a cute little look to them. So that's what I did. I'm making them the way my dad used to make them, except for I'm cutting everything up small because I want it to be a small a salad with small chop. So I'm using a whole English cucumber. We have 8 grandchildren, and we have so many birthdays between now and April. between now and April, and only one of our grandchildren's birthday is not in that time frame. Uh, my our second to the oldest grandson, his birthday is in December. Everyone else is between January and April. In my last video, I mentioned my grandson that has my husband's name and his dad's name. That he turned. His birthday was on January 12th, a couple days ago. So then we have another one, January the 18th. We have them in February and in April. Two of my daughter's birthdays are also in March and April. And my birthday is actually later this month. Let me ask, one of the things that was so hard coming into the new year for me, and I'm not sure if anyone is watching, if you've been a widow for a while, or if this is a new journey for you. But one of the hardest things, and I'm not sure if I said it in a previous video or not, but one of the hardest things for me is not being able to say my husband and I did something last year. With it making a year, it was so hard for me to know that I'll never be able to say, oh, yeah, we did this last Christmas, or we went here last year. It is a reminder that he's not here. So let me know if that's a hard for someone else as well. I have just a regular iceberg lettuce that I'm cutting up to put in it. This is going to be fast. I already made my dressing, and I'm not going to put the dressing on the salad because I don't want for it to wilt. I'm going to put it on the side, and I'm going to put it on my serving and then put it out. That's a lot of lettuce, but your lettuce is the base for your salad. Either lettuce or cabbage. I like some of my salads with cabbage in it as well. So you need more lettuce than anything. I'll tell you, my husband, he would have been fussing if this is what I cooked for dinner. He was definitely a meat and potatoes. He loved his steak as well. He loved pork, but he also loved his steak. So he would not be happy if I was making this. He would say, "What else you're making?" He was so funny. And then he used to always tell me every time I wanted to start eating healthy, he would tell me, "There you go again. Everyone has to suffer because you want to eat healthy." He was so funny. So I have all of my lettuce. And I'm going to chop my salami up really thin. I don't want that much meat. I really want most of the vegetables. The flowers, the plant that I have behind me, I actually took a class that to learn how to make centerpieces. I took that. I've always went to my husband's memorial, well, my son's memorial first, and one of my friends, her husband also passed, and she was going to take the class, and she asked me about if I wanted to take it, and I thought class is a little expensive, but she was thinking about we would, open up a business with flowers, and I ended up deciding not to do it. But the class consists of 4 classes, and then you have to take a state test. And I'm glad I did take the class because it really helped me with knowing how to arrange the flowers and not only arrange the flowers for my husband and my son's memorial, but it also helped me with being able to making sure that I pick the right products for the season, the right flowers. Because something like like this is part of this came out of my green room, and there's some of the leaves in which they're going to last a while. I have them in water, the leaves, and and I just put them. I have a vase inside of this vase, and I'll show a close up of it in a minute. One moment, let me wash my hands. I think I should have cut that last because the salami, there's definitely some oil on it. Okay, I have my salami. I have to get a cutter for my. And the green onion. I mean the purple onion, I'm sorry. You just want to get it as thin as possible. Because it's just shavings. Just shave it on there. Now, I don't remember them having capers, but I'm definitely putting capers on mine. I'm sure I could have pulled out my vegetable peeler, but I have so many. I love different appliances. I love little appliances, big, little, I don't care. I just love them. But the problem with it is to pull out the big ones, it's just so much work. Unless I'm cooking a big meal, I don't even use them. I prefer to use something that's easy to put back up and that won't require me to wash it much. I think I'm almost done with this. I just slice it up. The rest of it really thin. Because again, I don't like wasting, but I could use this onion for something else. That should be enough. It's my hands off. And this is how the salad looks. I just have to add my capers. Let's put away. And throw everything away. I may have to put this in a bigger bowl. Okay. So I'm going to do a small bowl of capers. Oh, capers. I'll clean that up once I get off camera. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put it in a bigger bowl. And all I add to mine is a little salt and black pepper because I already have my dressing that I made. And I put in my dressing, I use lemon, a little bit of vinegar, and this is actually sea salt. A little bit of vinegar, lemon, EVOO, and I had to put a little mayonnaise to make it creamy. In addition to that, and I used some something else, garlic and onion powder, as well as minced garlic. I'm coming right back. I'm gonna get a bigger bowl because I know that this bowl will not work. It's gonna go everywhere, just like I dropped a few capers on the floor. I'm gonna clean once I get off camera. I have to get on a ladder because my cabinets go up so high. I'll be right back, and I do apologize for moving off camera. I watch videos, and I just, whenever they get off camera, I'm like, why don't they have everything together? But now I see sometimes you cannot have everything together. It doesn't matter how much you want to. A bigger bowl. Make sure I don't waste anything else. Oh no, these capers are going to come right on out. Let me pour it in. I wish my son was in here to help me because I'm a little clumsy. If I can waste it, I will. So I have to stir it up because I put my salt and pepper in already. Purple onions, salami chopped up fine, your celery chopped up, not celery, your lettuce chopped up fine, as well as your, then you're going to peel your chickpeas, and I put capers, and I cut my cucumbers medium. No, kind of, I cut them in half, and then I cut it in half again, and then slice them up. So hopefully I can stick to this. Hopefully I can try to do a little bit better, hopefully. And I think between Christmas and between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think during that time frame, I was eating because I knew we had because I was cooking so much, just because I knew we had food in here to eat. It just, I don't even, I don't even understand my reasoning with it, to be honest with you. And I know I gained at least 20 pounds, at least 20 pounds. I'm gonna also put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on mine. So on Sunday, my youngest son, he's here with me right now. So on Sunday, I got him to help me. Um, we have a sunroom that that's right off of the kitchen, and at nighttime, and I like to keep all of the curtains open. And the reason why is because I want to keep the sun coming in. I don't want them closed. And we're in a very safe area. Our neighbors, we watch out for each other. However, at nighttime, the without curtains, if I want to come in the kitchen and do something, they can see me walking throughout the house. So I got my youngest son. I got him to help me. He actually put up the curtains for me. So I do want to show you that in a moment. It's just my dressing that I'm going to put on mine, on what I'm eating right now, because I don't want for my salad to get completely wilted. EVOO, salt and EVOO, garlic powder, onion powder, garlic powder, onion powder, minced garlic, a little bit of vinegar, and vinegar, lemon, and a little bit of mayonnaise. Now, I know I shouldn't be adding this, and this definitely wasn't part of the recipe. Everything bagel. Everything bagel makes everything better. But hey, it's a start. Right on it. See how it looks? And I'm going to try it. I guess I should have a fork, right? Mm. It's actually pretty good. I'm not just saying it because I made it. But I do want to show you these. I made these, and this is what I do for my husband and my son's memorial. I take them out of my garden. I mean, out of my sunroom. All of these are live. I take plants out of my sunroom, cut the leaves off, and then I'll go and purchase some roses or something. I'm starting to grow roses as well, but I feel like with it coming from the house, it makes it a little bit more special for them. And I want to show you my curtains that I put from the kitchen, leading from the kitchen to the sunroom, because I have something special in the middle of them. So just be patient with me. I still have on my Hope bracelet that came in my Hope box. I really love it. So just be a little patient. I'm gonna try it. This is all new for me. I'm just starting to learn how to do any of this. So let's see how this is going to go. Look at that. There's a picture of me and my husband. It was in the winter time. So we're just peeking right out in the middle of them. I mean, there's gonna be a picture of us everywhere. I think I don't know if my children are gonna get just. I know they're not gonna get tired of looking at their dad whenever they come, but they may get tired of looking at me. So thank you so much for watching me cook or make a salad. Thank you for joining. Thank you for going on this journey with me. I hope that I am able to help someone, inspire someone, even if it's just a little bit, because I know this is tough. To right now, I'm okay, but we all have our moments. Sometimes I have a moment 3, 4 times a day. Sometimes I have a moment every other day or every few days. So it's okay. Just allow yourself time and be patient with yourself. And remember to take care of yourself because you're the only parent that your children have and the only grandparent that your grandchildren have. And your husband would want for you to take care of yourself. And again, thank you for joining the video. And if you have any questions, any comments, please take your time and ask the questions. If you have any suggestions, especially on how to peel the chickpeas quicker than what I did, I would really appreciate that. So thank you again. And until next time, I will see you again next time. And let's see. It's hiding today. My husband, I love him. Thank you. Now, y'all should be used to me not being able to get this to turn off. I think watching other people, I think that they have theirs hidden where no one can see them using it because I don't ever see them, but I don't see them going to the camera and turning it off. So let me try again.